welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're seeing that right. You're looking at a giant map of giant ragweed that is almost as tall as a 20.8. I'm going to do my best to keep the camera steady here for you. It's hard to do. There's a lot going on here. I got to keep an eye on my kill rate, make sure it doesn't do that. And I got to raise the bar when it does that. You guys get the point. Anything that we're touching while that kill rate is green, which is where I'm keeping it 95% of the time through here, is dead. It's going to be a dead ragweed. I'm definitely not getting 100% kill here, and I explained that to them. So I'm just not going to be able to touch it all. All I can do is skim the top. As soon as I dump it down much farther, we start overloading the system, and I mean, it's already pushing 226 amps right now. There you go, 230. I mean, there's been times where it'll be up to about 305, and that's your overloading it, you're pushing it. Everything's going good except for every couple of passes I've got to stop and clean out my grill. I'll show you that at the end because I'm getting ready to do it here at the end of this pass. Bring you right back. You guys see that pile of stuff right there? What looks like cotton. So that was the last time that I cleaned my grill off up here. Let's go take a look together. Just insane the amount of cottonwood. Look at that. Pretty much that whole tree line is cottonwood. What's happening is they're all inside of there, and as I'm running this through it, flinging it up, sucking it in. We're not getting into the radiator anymore because I had to put some more foam and seal it better. I didn't even know that it was not good, you know. But anyway, fix that problem. But now, so I just got to stop and clean that off of there every couple of passes. Very interesting. And annoying. Wow. gonna do his set, and that's a wrap for me tonight. This thing is just running great. We definitely nailed it on this one. I'd say we got her broke in. You know, at low RPMs, it would have a little bit of smoke there before I got to working it. Now it's cleared up, and purring like a kitten. Or is it growling like a tiger? I think this one might growl like a tiger. I'm just hitting 1500 RPM, letting it cool off. Just let it take it easy for a minute before I shut it down. Head home. Bob's got all the manure spread, and he's hooking up to the soil finisher. I just talked to him a couple of minutes ago, and he's going to stay out all night. He's going to soil finish. I'm going to get up butt crack of dawn, go plant, and then come here. Hopefully, if I time it right, I will be here just in time for the dew to rise tomorrow, and I won't lose any time zapping for him, because we got rain coming Saturday. Today's Thursday, tomorrow Friday. Rain coming Saturday. Obviously, tomorrow's Friday, my God. But then a whole bunch of rain coming after that. What the forecast says, how much we trust it, we don't know, but you got to go with the information you're given with. So that's that. That's a wrap for tonight. So you guys see this can right here. I put this can on the exhaust stack the other day before it rained, and I got here and it was laying over there in the grass. So then when I started my tractor, that's all nice wet diesel soot all over that, the windshield. That's what you get for always keeping a can over it, by the way. The pipe never gets cleaned out, so once it does get wet once, that's what you get. All over. I'm over here, gonna plant this last 17 acres, 18 acres roughly. Bob's up there, soil finishing ahead of me. I've got the planter loaded down, and I think I'm ready to start planting. Wish me luck. Ha! I bet you guys didn't expect to see this. We all make mistakes, I guess. So anyway, 1, 2, 3 passes. You just gotta plant one row. Had some problems with the planter, this, that, and the other. And here I am solving that problem. But how handy is it that I got this thing? That I'm able to do this. And look at, I mean, it's filling it right up too, actually. For what it is, it's actually doing better than I thought it would. Seed's nice and covered up in there and everything. So you can see weeds out here. So that's next is rotary hoeing. That will be next right after this. So you just stay tuned for like 10 more seconds. I got you. Yeah. I guess I gotta talk for 10 more seconds to make it 10 seconds, right? We're not gonna make it. Just stay tuned. Well, there's old Bob, chirping right along in the dust. There's worse tractors to be driving though, as far as open stations than a 190. Everything's going swimmingly. He just set my lights to bright. Sorry, Bob. If that's your only complaint, I think we're doing pretty good. So we are, that's about 75 acres now? 70. We got another 60 to go. I got a fresh cup of coffee. I think it's like 11 o'clock right now, so it's going to be a late one, but we're getting it done. Old Bob somebody. What a trooper. Well, that's it for tonight. I managed to get through all 130 acres that needed to be done. The only thing that I didn't do was the patch up here that I just planted this morning. Still see the planter sitting there actually. Obviously we're not going to rotary hoe that yet, but that was a good day. Good day. Got a lot accomplished. Things went well. And we'll see if we get any rain tomorrow, what we get into tomorrow, I guess. I really like that planter. I really like that soil finisher and crumbler too. Heck, I really like my rotary hoe. And you know darn well I like my tractors. Just the way to go. It was only 3 o'clock, so it wasn't as late as I thought it was going to be. I figured I'd be done around 4 or 5, so made good time. I lost Bob, but he got the most important fields drugged. There was the ones that have grass; those were the main ones I was worried about. So the rest of them don't have a foxtail issue, so I'm happy. Fields should be happy, tractors are happy, everybody's happy. Alright, here we are. This is the second day after the weed zapper. It's been less than 48 hours, let's say that. For one pass, it's doing pretty darn good for how thick this is. I'm actually impressed with it. A lot of these are dead. There's a lot that didn't get touched, obviously, that are going to come up, but as you can see down there, there's some decent seeding in there, maybe. You can see it. You know, if this wasn't here, the seeding would take off, even in the footprint. I think that's young enough that it'll grow there too. I'm pretty happy with the results here. It's hard to get it all because of how uneven it is. You can't bury it, so like you see sections that didn't get it on the first pass, and if he likes the results of it, we're going to be doing a second pass as well. So we're going to leave that up to him. You can see the line where I stopped zapping down there. It's definitely making a difference. If it's enough of a difference, we'll leave that up to the gentleman that owns the field. It's doing what I expected it to do and what I described to him to do, so I think he'll be happy with it. We'll see. He's also got, I don't know, about 100 acres or so of standing oats that needs to be zapped, but that'll be a one-pass thing with the wide bar. That's another thing. I shortened my bar from 28 feet down to 14 feet for this, which really helped out. I did a couple of passes up at the top with the big bar and it was absolutely pointless. This field right out here I did with the big bar. If you can see, should be able to see it in the screen there. There's just a strip in the middle of this field and the one up above that you see stuff standing in. But you see the nice flat field, that was done, and that's about what the oats is, maybe a little bit more. So that'll zap out really good. But yeah, all in all, I'm impressed. I didn't know how good the zapper was going to work with all of this being so thick. But I think it's knocking a lot of them down. I'd say 50% of them are dead here because of the ones that are underneath, and some of them just didn't get zapped enough to die completely, but knocked it down. Maybe the seeding will get a jump start and they can make a decision on what to do and where to go next. But we got a bunch of rain this morning. I got that rotary hoeing done last night, like I said, and at this point we're just kind of going around looking at the results of everything and walking around getting wet. But either way, everything's going good. I don't know, I'll bring you back into this video once I figure out what else we're getting into. It's too bad I wasn't able to get here a little bit earlier, because you see here where they're a little bit shorter, they are just toasted in there. that seeding is going to grow up, and you might actually get some sort of crop off of it, especially wait a couple of weeks for all of that to get down and come over it again. This would have been really nice with them. I probably could have done that with a big bar, but weather permitting, and I'm a farmer too, so I'm busy. Just how it is. You can see a small patch that didn't get touched compared to what it looks like now. I mean, it's a big difference. The sun can get to that seeding and do something. Like I said, they got to make the decision if it's doing the job that they want it to do. Well, here we are again today, having a fun time. Sea of ragweed over there, obviously. Well, if you look over here, well, there's some oats in there. What do you know? Isn't that something? Matter of 5 minutes going from that to that. It's really hard to record and drive and do all this because it's so uneven. I'm constantly messing with the lever, but I'm going to try to get a little footage for you here, and I guess we'll go from there. Alright, so this is the first field that I was zapping that I showed you guys at the beginning of this video. And what I did was I zapped, I don't know, 3/4 of the field here, and I stopped because it wasn't doing what we wanted it to. It wasn't doing what they wanted it to. As far as this making hay off of it. There's triticale down there. But anyway, they mowed it off, I don't know, 4 days after I had zapped it. You can see all my tire tracks, they're actually growing the best. But I want to show you where I stopped zapping. And if I just let the camera go here, it's about to come into frame. Look at the difference. I mean, it's pretty well night and day. There's parts of that just looks like it's not going to come back, actually. Unforeseen outcome here. At this point, you know, they should have had me keep zapping, is what they told me. And you can see the line up there where that triticale is actually growing. So where, you know, there's sections of it growing, but you walk out there and there's sections of it that's dead too. It's kind of interesting. Once we get down here, there's a lot more moisture in the ground, and then it's starting to come back a little bit. But yeah, very interesting outcome over there. Now I've been zapping oats, and I'll come up here. We'll get some footage of what that looks like. I believe it's, well, 2 and 3 days later. So I'll bring you back and we'll take a look at that. So I'm pretty impressed with what it did on one pass here. It is not perfect by any means, but I mean, for being one pass, what it looks like, it still doesn't look great. But when I get down here to a section, I'll show you what it would look like. Like up here, you can see there's actually oats poking through in spots. It really knocked a lot of that down. I think a second pass, and I mean, you'd have a pretty easily harvestable oat field. At this point, it's going to make a huge difference trying to get it through a combine, that's for sure. But I kind of stopped here to show there was some that they were under the, you know, under the canopy when I was zapping, so they didn't get touched. But most of them that got hit, with the exception of a couple of real thick spots right there, they really took it really well. So anyway, we'll see. I think we'll end up doing a second pass. Again there, I'm going to leave it up to them. If it was mine, I would definitely be doing a second pass, but they got to do the numbers on paper and figure out if it's worth it. I don't know, the headache of getting it through your combine might be worth it. But when I get over here, there's about 2 acres left of this field that the dew was setting the other night when I was here and pulled me out of the field earlier. I'll show you what it would look like. That really made a difference. Turn the air conditioner off. Probably really loud in the last clip, sorry about that. But it really made a big difference. I'm impressed with it. I'm happy with the job that it did. And you know, for as much as I'm asking to do this, I'm happy that it did this job. When they're writing me the check, I think they're going to be happy with the result. So here's a section that did not get zapped. You can obviously see my line where I stopped. Like I said, it was just starting to get some dew down in this valley here, and that's not good. So it took me out of the field, but you can see it. You can see the difference. I mean, night and day, what it's doing. Like I said, that's just one pass. Should make it manageable with the combine. Depending on how much more it grows, there is going to be some undergrowth of the second ones, you know, that just didn't get touched. So we'll see what happens. I think it, you know, it helped them out to do a second pass, and of course I like the money, so I'm going to advocate for it. I'm going to do a couple of second passes over in some of it that I started with, just so that they can kind of go and look and see what it does, and that way I know what it does too, and we're going to kind of go from there. So I said the other day I'd try to get you some footage going through the field again, and I will do my best to do that. Having problems with my speed sensor again, and there was a new update this year that's supposed to help out with that, and change a couple of other things in there. Should make life a little bit better for me here, so we'll see how that goes. If that all works out, we'll get you some footage, but isn't that amazing? Well, we'll see what we get from here, guys. So I'm doing this custom weed zap, and I'm right out by Ride-Out Corners, right off of Route 20. I guess that's 20 East. For those of you that know, you already know how good I'm eating. For those of you that don't, if you're looking for a good place to get a damn good burger, I mean, for the price of it, you're not going to go into town. I really don't know if you could drive a 100-mile radius and get a better burger, other than maybe off of your own grill. Put it that way. Ground their own chuck, all that fun stuff. This burger I was like 25 minutes late to pick up, and it's still just delicious. So I wanted to, for the guys that know Ride-Out Corners burgers, like I said, they know what I'm talking about here, but I just had to bring that up for the ladies and gentlemen that might not know. It looks like a little dive bar, but you can't beat their burgers. That is just continues to be one of the most satisfying things ever. You can see the stems brown all the way down. They're taking it really good. They're not as thick here as quite as they look. As you can see, they've just gotten big and bushy. And these actually, a lot of them just now got up over the canopy in this field, so everything's going good so far. Speed sensor is better, but still not perfect. So there is an upgrade that I'm going to have him send me. We'll see if we get that in this video or not. I don't know how good this video is going to be, but we're going to try it. I apologize ahead of time for shaky camera here. It's one of the harder things to do and record. Actually, one of the precautions is don't use your phone while weed zapping. Here I am recording. That's fine, alright. But this is what we're doing to it. Definitely helping out here. Hard to do this with one hand. that's enough footage. Hope it makes you guys happy. Because it's hard. It's really, really hard. That's what we ended up with today. Problem is, it rained just enough to tease you as far as watering the crops goes. But as thick as everything is out there, the water is not, it's not going to dry out of that oats and ragweed anytime soon. So that being said, I can't zap anymore. I've been waiting, I've been here for about an hour waiting to see what would happen, and it's just as wet as it was, even with the sun out. Very little wind today, so I'd say that's a wrap for today. I believe this is where we're going to call this one a video, guys. These little moths are all over the place out here. It's kind of neat. I don't know what else I could add to this video. I guess footage of what this stuff is going to look like in a few days. And if we end up doing another pass, that'll be in the next video. I probably won't make a full video of weed zapping, but it'll definitely be in there. And I guess give you guys something to look forward to if you're interested in this kind of stuff. But for now, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Old 7060 has not missed a beat since the overhaul, so successful break-in. I guess I don't have much else to say. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to catch you guys on the next one.